Hey guys, hi, welcome back once again. And this time, before I begin this video, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Miss Manisha Bhati of Dream Hunt India, who had approached me just a couple of days back to, gather my perspective with regards to COVID-19 and the situations that is being presented before us. So that we are better prepared for the future that is unknown, unseen, unpredictable, and uncertain. So, somewhere, I realized that I had not addressed this particular scenario because I thought that everybody else was talking about it. But then, in retrospect, I also understood that it needed to be addressed, that I want to address it because it is something that we are dealing with and we are living with. So, we can't shun it out. And that is why I decided to make today's video. So I think it's my understanding that nature in the form of COVID-19 has given us a beautiful opportunity, a breather, to take a step back, to pause and to reflect upon life that we have lived and that we want to live and that we are living, about the world that we have lived in, that we wish to live in, and that we are living in today. So it is my understanding that for the past few decades or generations or even centuries, we had created a mad rat race of life. In fact, we had turned life into a rat race. And we all were constantly racing and running. And as Dr. Gabor Mate says, that when we are constantly running, we are never learning. So I think we have been given a beautiful opportunity to just take a pause and learn and unlearn and relearn. So let's try to take this beautiful pause to do the homework, to do the inner work. Let's consider this body as an extension of life. So when they say that, life is not happening to you, life is happening for you, I would also like to add to that life is happening not only for me and to me. Life is also happening in me. Life is happening around of me. Life is happening within me and without me as well. So I am just another extension, or you are just another extension of life. This is just a physical format that has been given to experience life. But even if this physical format is removed, life is still happening. And it is happening within this physical format also. So let's not try and divide body and life. Let's try and understand that this body is life wanting to come alive. And therefore, we need to reflect. And in order to do that, why not take this time to develop, to learn some new skills, to learn breathing skills? Most of the times we don't breathe the way we should breathe. It's a very automated thing. We don't even think about it. And on some levels, it is good that we can't really think too much about everything. But I think that once in a while we need to become aware about it. We need to understand, are we really breathing in completely? Or is it just a shallow breath? Because if it is a shallow breath, it's a shallow life as well. And there are tons of videos on YouTube which we all can look into to develop or learn different kinds of breathing techniques. Why not once in a while meditate? Give ourselves 20 minutes, 30 minutes to meditate, to go within, to experience our own silence, because that also is beautiful. Why not take the time to journal our thoughts and our feelings? Why not even understand that there are times when our thoughts and our feelings are having a conflict, are in a conflict, and then try and resolve that conflict, integrate that conflict. Why not try and understand as to why we are having that conflict? Why shun out one voice and hear only one voice? And most of the times it is not even the voice that we hear, it's the noise that we hear. It's the general notions that we go in with. We don't even bother to hear our own inner voices. So why not take this opportunity to journal, like how kids do in schools, like how kids do in colleges? When there is a lecture or when the teacher is teaching something, they are constantly taking down notes, or they are given homework at the end of every day by every teacher to understand, to evaluate, to see whether we understood what the teacher was trying to say. So why not take life as a teacher? And at the end of every day, write down what life was trying to teach us. Are we willing to listen to our own selves also? Do we give ourselves that much time? Do we value ourselves that much? Do we respect ourselves that much? To even hear our own selves completely, without judgment. And even if we are judging, that is absolutely okay. But even to hear our own selves in the first place, do we value ourselves that much? Or can we do it? Can we hear our own selves truly? Let's try and do the homework within, rather than, creating another rat race. Very rarely we get this opportunity to take a pause, to reflect, to breathe. Let's use it. Nature is trying to integrate itself with us, and we are not separate from nature. We are nature. Like life. Life is nature. We are nature. Just in a different expression. Talking, expressing in a different way altogether. But it is all the same. So let's try and integrate the 360 perspective of life. Let's try and do the real homework that is needed to be done here. And I will see you once again next week. Till then, try and listen to your own self.